Hello there, everybody. We're going to get started here shortly. I'm just sharing out. Hey there, Mitzi. Be there in a second. Just getting ready. Welcome back, Angel. Hello there, Star.
Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this Sunday? Did you all have a good weekend? I can't believe how quickly this weekend flew. Did it not? Did it fly? How's everybody doing? Hey, Mitzi. Hey, Star. Hey, Bernadette. Welcome back. Welcome back, Angel Eyes. Guys, we're not just here on YouTube. We are also live on Twitch and on Facebook as well. Yeah, time flies when we're having fun, isn't it, Star? Hey, Sherry. Welcome back. So, you guys ready? You ready for the all signs? What is ahead here for us this week? We're going to start off here with some astrology news. How did everybody do with the new moon? The Taurus new moon. I was okay. Some people I could feel we're getting it hit with it a little bit, but the moon energy is just energy to me. It just simply is. Sometimes I get hit harder. So other times I do not. But anyway, we got some changes here in the skies going on here this week. We actually have Mercury entering Gemini today, and that's actually going to go through till June 1st. So Mercury has officially entered it and is one of the signs that is naturally ruled by. So the mind is moving fast right now. So expect more communication and multitasking and that social interaction, the social butterflies that can come out of that. But in all, with that change, we could also see shorter attention spans and information overload if we're not careful. So that's one thing that's going on in the skies. The other thing that's happening here is Venus is entering Cancer on May 18th, and that is going through until June 13th. And Venus, being the love planet, moves into Cancer this week, shifting the collective toward emotional safety, comfort, intimacy, and a deeper connection. So we may be feeling a little bit more nostalgic this week, sensitive and focused on relationships, well, that actually feel more supportive here for us. And some cool things here too. We also have Mars entering Taurus on May 18th. That will also be lasting till about June 28th. And as Mars moves into Taurus, that will be slowing the collective pace down and encouraging more steady, intentional actions here. So when you think of Mars, you think of a little bit of chaos, right? The war. But this transit favors patience now and stability. So interesting enough, we have Mars and Venus alignment, the peak on May 19th. And from what I read, when this happens, this is a harmonious time here to help relationships feel calmer and easier to navigate. So it looks like May 19th could be a good day here for opening up with individuals here. But if we're on the shadow side, it could be the complete opposite. And final but not last, we are officially moving into Gemini season this week. So this is the tail end of Taurus season. And we'll be moving on to Gemini on the 20th, but we're going to still start off with Taurus this week since, well, we're still in the season, guys. But next week, Gemini, you get to be the one who's the first runner. And you also get the personal cycle reading over at Harmonia Friends Community and the public reading here. So you got some exciting things coming here for birthday season. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the collective energy. Let's get to it. Nafa says, my Gemini reading from last Sunday actually came true about having to make an important decision. Always amazes me. Actually, that's pretty cool, Nafa. I think a lot of it happens a lot with our intuition when we're open to receive a message. And then it's just kind of like, well, if it happens, it happens. Let it unfold. Mitzi says, it made me stay inside. Body hurt like hell. Oh, from the Taurus new moon. Yeah, sorry, honey. I had some friends who were really getting it. We're like, ugh, feeling it. I guess it depends how much you got in your chart of that as well. All right, guys. So how this goes. Oh, wait. Let me try something here first. Let me try something here. Because we're gonna do oops, hold on, guys. I got something new set up. I just got to figure it out. Hello, Ellen. Welcome back. I got something new set up, but I just got to see if it works. So give me a second. New technology, new things, fun. Does it work? Oh, yeah, that's right. So we now have over on YouTube, and it should be working for YouTube and Facebook, but it seems like it's only working on Twitch right now. But we got Nightbot here. Nightbot will also be coming to YouTube soon, guys, for you. Obviously, it's not working, so I got to look at that. Sometimes it has issues with it. But anyway, that is going to allow my moderators to basically pull in all of the information of what's going on here so they don't have to keep typing the same damn thing over and over again. So that will be fun. More interactive stuff coming at Twitch and on YouTube. All right, let's do it. Collective. Let's see what archetype we don't have here. Let's first call in our archetype. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone into my collective, which archetype are we embodying here this week? Now, the archetypes are something that comes out of Harmonia Friends Community, and there's a whole guide over there to help you, well, see where you need some direction in. But today we have the Builder. The Builder is here with us, and we're going to keep the Builder here with us all through the all signs right here coming up. Let me make sure he's in 2 spots here. There we go. So we also have within this, because it's a double 4 and supporting the Builder is also worth mentioning. We also have here the Keeper. So, oops, sorry. Let me fix this. Here we go. The Keeper. He is magnified this week. So there is something here, because I kind of see the Keeper energy as pentacles. So when I feel the Keeper coming in place, there is a moment here for us where we need to reconstruct. I almost feel like a project or something we got started on, we may have to pause on, because whatever is going into this week will affect us down the road. So we got to be very careful with that as well, okay? Because the Builder is long-term energy. long term. And when the builder comes in place here, it's about taking all of the abilities that you have and putting your heart, your soul, your passion into that. Whether that is a health change, whether that is a business move, whether this has to do with relationships, whether this has to do with a habit, it is a big deal when the builder is here. But it's amplified here about a pause here with that keeper. So please keep that in mind. All right, we're gonna see how else is coming in play for us. How are we showing up, Spirit? How are we showing up here with the builder? Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Yeah. Right now, we're showing up as moving. And it's an emotional move when it comes to some of the anxiety we have about what is ahead. Because you see all the water here? It's never comfortable when you have to leave something behind, especially if you're leaving an old version of you, because there's old habits that come in place. It does. It feels kind of like a death here. But this also tells me that underneath it all, we know this week that this move is needed for us. It is. And it may be changing the pace as how you go and which direction. Because with that builder here, it's building momentum here that once you do this, you're going to be in the long haul of this collective. What angel message do we have? Light worker. As a light worker, your energy is your offering. Understand that it is not necessary for you to be a teacher, a healer, or guide to serve the light. You are serving simply by existing in alignment. And this alignment has a lot to do with the moves that you make this week. Not everybody is supposed to be on the boat with you this week. And the individuals who are on the boat with you, metaphorically, are going to be the individuals here who are going to be there with you for a long haul. So whatever this decision is, it's a pretty big deal. That's actually makes perfect sense here, especially with some of the planetary shifts that we saw in astrology news with Mercury now in Gemini and some of those changes in Mars. All right. What is the challenge for us this week? Wow. Right off the bat here with Taurus and Libra energy, we have the Empress. Well, the challenge with the Empress when she's in a more shadowy side is that she tends to hold on too tightly. And it's all four queens in one, okay? And just because I'm saying she doesn't mean, and we're talking about energy, so it's holding on too tightly to a creation where you are needing to be more open to receive. And so this is going to play up in all individual signs. This could also be a particular person in your life who holds on to you too tightly, who does not really know all of their worth, who clings, who chases, who neglects the areas within their light. Okay. Could be that too. What is the breakthrough for us this week? What is the breakthrough for us this week? I'm telling you, it's the company that we keep. It's not all going to be bad, but it's also needing some of that assistance and that support here this week. And be careful who you choose to connect to this week, because in the long run, I almost feel a payback will happen later on. Not saying that you owe somebody, but I feel like, a favor, something maybe about doing a favor this week is, I don't know, it will actually serve you for maybe later on in this journey, in this move. All right, cool. So this is the collective reading. These are going to play out in each individual sign. When we have reversals, they are connected to these cards. All right. That's what we got here. We're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus is up next. Make sure you check your placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Taurus is up. Guys, don't forget, we do got a target going on here. Hey, Christina, welcome back. We have a target on here on YouTube. It is only on YouTube. We are slowly but surely getting ourselves acquainted with Twitch, and we will have more fun, interactive things on Twitch soon once we get to our quota. Apparently, we have to hit a quota of some sort. But if you hit that target today, and you will help assist. And if we get 5 of those targets or 5 of those goals, then we will unlock the Fated Dice reading. And that just means a chance here for the dice to roll to see who needs another reading, which sign. Okay. Obviously, the more placements that come up in your chart, that reading may be more magnified for you. Taurus is up. Thank you, Mitzi, for starting us off. We are now 4 donations away. Taurus, how you feeling this week? Taurus, how you feeling this week? Spirit, what's going on here with Taurus? Ooh, in the blues. In the blues. There's grief here. There's sadness. I mean, the only thing about grief, you know, I mean, never feels great, right? But, you know, I see this beautiful hibiscus flower here. There's beauty in grief because the emotions that need to come out actually expand your heart space. So it is very temporary. It is swords, so it's not going to last forever. All right, let's see the external reason why that you have this grief. Oh, Queen of Swords here, reversed. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Libra, I feel like, Taurus, you might have a Libra that you're dealing with, heavily Libra, but it could be the other air signs as well. But you're dealing with an individual here who they're very logical. And this person here, as aggressive as they can be, it comes with their words, how they state something. And there's something here that is being stated to you. And maybe it's nothing at all. Maybe this person here is giving you the silent treatment this week. But this is someone here who's very logical, very hung up on their ways, their truth. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. There's that bluebird. I saw an indigo bird this morning. It was beautiful, and it reminds me a little bit of that. But indigo, their spiritual meaning of an indigo bird, I only know this because I saw one today, is a protection of a prosperity, which goes beautiful with this. Usually bluebirds are of good luck. But the integration of this is someone is missing out on you. So I feel like you're getting you hear silence this week, or there is certain things that an individual has stated, but it is actually moving in your favor. It's like, you see how you're removing this? Yeah, you're removing the sword. Maybe you were stuck on an individual, maybe stuck on their opinions, stuck on what was last said, stuck in the silence. But this week here, something's moving here for you. Interesting. How you're responding to this? King of Wands here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's almost like you're going through the stages of grief where you may get sad and then you get angry. But this anger brings out creativity. An urge, like a boost of courage, a bravery. You become a little bit cocky this week. All right, let's see what the opportunity is of this. What's a greater opportunity of this week? Ace of Pentacles. You're finally seeing this as a gift. You're getting also an opportunity here for something much larger. Now, this gift can come in something that you did not anticipate at the moment, but it also makes you realize, wow, I'm so glad this didn't happen. because whoever said no to you, whoever declined you, whoever critiqued you, you have a way bigger offer, and you are a little cocky about it because now you understand you deserve this. Some of you, you got some money coming your way. You got some money coming your way. I know Taurus loves money. Especially if you got rejected, your hard work, your creativity has paid off on whatever you've been putting your heart and time into. But the grief is over, but you're pulling this out. Greater opportunity here is you've made, this is done. This is over. There is no turning back. You don't care in a sense where you used to. You've detached from this, but the breakthrough is you got a new connection here. All right. You know, if this is a relationship here that you're letting go, this connection here could be something regarding business, a really big, business expansion. If you don't have an expansion of a new relationship, but if it is a relationship, it's one that's going to start from the ground on up, and it's going to be long term. You have the builder here, guys. We have the builder here. Taurus, you have a really big opportunity being like, it's in your hands this week. So the grief it's over. Maybe that's kind of the sadness of it. You're leaving that old version of you because you're starting here as a Six of Swords. You're ready. There's a big move here coming for you. You're ready. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you, and then we're going to move into Auntie's message. Oh my goodness. Do we just end off the rest of Taurus season in a bang? Congratulations. This is all of the love that you've been pouring into yourself, but we have two aces, guys, on the table. We do. And listen, Spirit is saying, trust your intuition, your inner knowing, because now there is no more doubting, and there's that cocky attitude a little bit, but I just feel this energy here of I'm brave, I have courage, I can do this, and I'm ready. And this Taurus is ready. Auntie's message here for you. Taurus, we're closing out your season, honey, and Mars moving into your sign may have you feeling protective over your peace, your money, and your energy. Just don't mistake stubbornness for stability this week. Your affirmation, I trust slow growth more than forced momentum. So trust the slow growth, because there's a part of you that's going to want to fight this, prove this, but no, this is your building block to what you actually have been asking for. All right. That's what I got here for you, Taurus. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. We're going to move on to Gemini. I think Taurus is going to make some money this week. You guys better claim it. It could even be a big idea, something that takes off. Someone who said something was going to go for good for you. You're welcome, Ellen. That was hot. I felt it. Especially when I saw that bluebird. I was like, something special is happening here. Gemini. Gemini is up. Forgot these cards are a little bit big and I have such tiny hands, so it might take me a little longer today to shuffle these cards good. Splitting them up. Splitting them up. God, I'm getting warm in here. Take my jacket off. It's one of those days where it's cold and then sunny and then hot. It's what season are we in here in the UP? Because it can't make up its mind. Can't. Gemini, here we go. Current feelings. The 9 of Pentacles here reversed. Ooh. I feel, Gemini, it's your birthday season, and I feel a little bit drained. The challenge here is to get motivated to make a change. The challenge here is to be motivated to make a change this week here. External influences. Oh boy. All this crap. I don't blame you. Why is what is all this shit? Gemini, a lot of confrontation, conflict, competitive nature, but these are individuals here who fight to the death. And so I feel like Gemini, this drains you. And it's like, this isn't to you. You feel like this is not something I even want to be around, whether it's individuals here who are fighting, whether it's a place that just feels very negative. It also makes you feel drained because you are somehow involved in this, whether this is work related, family related, friendship related. It's draining. Integration of this. Oh, we got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Listen. You see how backwards everything is? There's a part of you that wants it to play out. But you have been doing this time and time again, and it hasn't been changing. You have a really, really good idea. You have the ability here to show them. Show them. This is how it's done. This is how it's done. You have the 3 of Pentacles here twice, and the breakthrough here is if you show up in the middle of this, you little peacemaker. I think that you will be able to be the glue, not necessarily saying that you're going to be drained to this, but it's like there's a part of you that is afraid to be used. But this is the time here where you can show them and have them follow or listen to you. You don't necessarily have to get too involved in this. You just need to instruct, because these instructions here, I don't know if you feel like people are going to overextend, come to you, not be able to do it on themselves, but you don't, this is the help. This is all the help you have to give, is just the instructions, just the advice here this week. And this is something that before you used to overkill or take and say, I'll do it. Just give it back to me. I'll do it. And you're not doing that this week. But you do have the ability here to show individuals a blueprint, which is huge. Welcome back, Anaya. How you're responding? The Page of Pentacles here reversed. Okay. Not everybody gets it like you do. They just don't. I really feel, Gemini, you have a really good, solid background in whatever this advice or idea you have. Now, the response here is, and you may not feel like you're fully qualified amongst individuals here who feel like they're overqualified, okay? But the truth is, you're responding here is, I have enough knowledge now. I can do this. I can do this. These individuals really are making this a lot more complicated than they need to be. So I do feel like you are being the peacemaker this week. Oh, these 2 cards came out here. Look at this, the Devil and Temperance. I said, what is the greater opportunity here? It's almost like whatever you pour into this, and not to the point where it's your entire self, you bring a peace to individuals who could not get along, who were very possessive, who were arguing, fighting. And then there comes this energy. You may have Sagittarius in your chart here, but I do believe that you are able to bring some attention here to individuals. The greater gain here for you. The King of Pentacles here reverses. The greater gain here for you is your boundaries. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, because in the past, you tend to overgive. You tend to smother it. You tend to say, let me just do it. Let me handle it. You can't do it. You're not grown up enough to do it. This week, you're not doing that. You're standing your ground. You may look self-centered a little bit, but it's also because you have enough of this background time that allows individuals to know how to get to the next step. Interesting. Or making me subtract that to that, and it's the Eight of Pentacles. So we are seeing the builder here for you. I just feel like just do one thing. You don't need to volunteer everything. Yep. See, your higher self here, Gemini, is saying, protect your boundaries. You can even say, enough. Here's the idea. Here's how we're going to handle it. And that's it. That's all you have to give this week. You do not necessarily have to take over. But people will listen to you. People are going to listen to you. We have the Nine of Pentacles here twice. And honestly, it's the minor arcana of the Empress right here, which is the challenge, right? The stability here is already within you. You have a lot to offer. The idea is being used that scares you, but you already know that you have better boundaries. So this is a test run here for you. Give the idea, give the advice, and that's all you need to do. Gemini, your final message here from Auntie is happy birthday, sweetheart. Mercury entering your sign plus Gemini season kicking off means your mind is running on espresso shots this week. Ready for this? Try not to volunteer for 17 things at once. You just need to do one volunteer thing. That's it. That's it. All right. That's what I got here for you, Gemini, this week. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side, Harmonia Friends community. And if you'd like to book a private reading, just go over to my website. We're going to move on to Cancer. Cancer is up next. You're welcome, Star. Thanks for hanging out on Twitch. Working on our goal. Cancer. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on here for Cancer this week. Cancer, how are you currently feeling? Here, what's going on here for Cancer? Oh, we have Judgment here, reversed. It almost feels... This week, I almost feel like you are going to go into this wormhole, this rabbit hole of anxiety or fear of making the wrong decision. Now, this is just how you feel. It doesn't necessarily mean it's happening. Let's see the external reason why. Are you second guessing yourself on something? Page of Cups here reversed. Ooh. So this is usually someone here who's loving, sincere. It's a more surface kind of love. It's endearing. It's young. It's youthful. But with it reversed, there's an immaturity. So there's something here that you grasped very quickly and you followed what, your heart felt at the time. But externally, now this fish looks too big. And I feel like you may feel this essence of, did I bite off more than I can chew? Did I escalate to this too quickly? Am I moving too fast? Oh, death. Because it feels how quickly you are moving is also changing. So this transformation here is this isn't something here that's immature. Something here is maturing. So either you're changing your mind on something that you were following your heart, following your desire, could even be an individual. But now it's like I'm not feeling the way I used to. I think I'm ready to move on. I think I'm ready to move forward. Interesting. How you're responding? Oh my gosh, we have the Ace of Pentacles here reverse. So this tells me the response is you're willing to take this loss, because as quickly as it moved, you're realizing that it's not for me. I don't want it anymore. I want to change, and I'm willing to lose that time, that effort, whatever it needs. So that's where that energy here of a rabbit hole is, like you're having second thoughts. But it's also something here where you're not going to have second thoughts of leaving it anymore, because at one point you used to like stay in this circle, stay in this energy here of unfinished business, or just making no move and staying stuck. And this week you're not doing it. Whatever you were passionate about at one point, you put some time, effort, love into it, you realize it's not for you. And so time, money, an investment of some sort, you're taking the loss this week. But what's the real opportunity? Page of Wands, to go after something else. And this is something here that you're not going to second guess at this point. This you're second guessing. But this new start feels right to you. This feels like ambitious move. Some of you may be changing your, if you put some time and effort into a project or an idea, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore. I see you kind of like throwing it out. It's like, yeah, it's not working for me. If you started to date someone casually, I'm not saying you're throwing them to the side, but it's not somebody here that you can see yourself with long term. There's the builder again, right? So it's something here where you are willing to part ways, or say, hey, I think I'm okay on my own. I think I want to see what else is out there. But you're putting yourself out there and taking the actions to do so, to match up towards your happiness, your joy. The challenge here is sometimes you tend to chase and smother whatever you're chasing. So, I mean, we haven't gotten to what the spirit message is, but I feel like spirit's going to tell you to make sure that you slow down and soften your approach as you go on towards the goal that you truly desire. Greater gain here for you. We have the High Priestess here reverse. There's that darkness. Okay. There's that darkness. The High Priestess is the secret keeper. She has very strong intuition. Obviously, she's very connected to God, source, the universe. But with it reversed here, times here with the Empress card, what I'm really feeling for you, the challenge has to come with second guessing your intuitive notion here. When you're ready, you're ready. So there's a move here you have to make this week. And it's not something here that's meant to be kept secret. It's meant to expose you. So I see you pulling the plug on a situation, whether this is an idea, whether this is with a person, whether this is changing travel plans, you're doing it. Advice for you? Nine of Cups. You see that? That's fulfillment. That's desire. This feels right to you. This feels totally right to you. Six of Cups. This feels like home to you. It almost feels like wherever you're going, you were kind of an illusion. I'm hearing somewhere over the rainbow, but the whole point of that story was, she's on this incredible journey in this fantasy, right? Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. And then I love to use the spirit loves to use Dorothy for me as you know that. But all she has to do is click her heels and then she's back where she wants to be, which is home. So there's a place here where your heart is really calling to go back home. And this could be to a relationship here that feels really good to you, or it's just, the relationship here with your inner child. It's bringing you back home to that essence. All right, Ani's message here for you, Cancer, is this. Cancer, Venus entering your sign is softening your heart, whether you like it or not. You may suddenly crave closeness, comfort, and emotional reassurance more than usual. Don't act like you don't care when you absolutely do. Your affirmation this week, my emotional needs are worthy of care and expression. And I feel like you will be expressing yourself here so that you can move forward. That's what I have for you, Cancer. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friend Community. And if you're looking to book a private reading, you can do so over at my website. Let's move on to Leo. Oh, you love my nail color? Yeah, that does match. It does. Look at that. Thank you. I'm obsessed with chrome colors. Anything that's chrome, I'm like, give it to me. I don't know what my next chrome color is going to be. I've been looking for a blue, but I haven't found one I like. Guys, don't forget, we got a target going on over on YouTube. Yes, we do. It's 444. Make a wish. Make a wish for the East Coasters. Leo is up. Leo, let's see how your week's going to go. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reversals are now up. How are you currently feeling going into this week, Leo? The Seven of Pentacles. Well, you are busy. The Seven of Pentacles could also be a card here of it's like hard labor. You could feel overworked, Make sure your head stay out of the clouds and that you aren't so forward thinking that you forget about your present well-being. Sometimes we can get really lost in work, right? And forget to come up for air. And there's just something here where I feel that you are really busy. A week here where you're putting a lot of time and effort into family, work, home, life. External reason here. Oh, look, we have the Six of Cups here reversed. Be careful, because I do feel like you have an individual here who misses you, who loves you a lot. I'm not going to call him a mother to the fullest extent, but it does feel like your challenge here is an individual here who misses spending time with you and misses the connection here with you. The integration of this, we have 2 6s as well, Leo. We have the Ace of Pentacles here reversed. It's hard because I think that you know that you want to put more time and effort, be with the family, be with your loved one, but you also know that you are in the midst here of breaking the boundary. Some of you putting in extra time for money. But reciprocity here tells me that you will be taking a break because this person here means something to you. So I do see you carving some time, and it's needed. I think it's needed for you. I think you need a break, even if it's just going out with a friend. you're doing too much of the same thing over and over again. That gets boring. It also gets very repetitive. It doesn't allow you. Look, be careful. Be careful. The King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is someone here who's so devoted to one lane because they don't feel like they have enough. Well, you are enough, Leo. You 100% are enough. But how this is reading right now is, even though that you may be spending time with another or trying to free your mind from a situation, maybe you're trying to free your mind from another relationship, and hanging out with friends and family. Be careful. Are you really spending it with them, or are you still daydreaming about another situation? So be mindful of where your attention goes. Keep the phone down. Greater opportunity here for you. This connection's needed. Greater opportunity here for you. This connection is needed because the Seven of Swords here is going to end up hurting you down the road, because as much as you're hiding from it, you're also you're sneaking right back into it. I almost see you like, let's say you're at a restaurant with somebody and they're like, I got to go to the bathroom. The first thing you do is pick up your phone, start scrolling, start looking at something, or keeping busy, or checking emails, or staying up late, or waking up early so you can get stuff done. You're still needing to carve some time here for you. Greater gain here, the Five of Cups. You have a relationship here that matters to you. But there's some disappointments here because you can't get something that makes you feel enough. Some of you, this is money, right? Others of you, it's a relationship that really screwed you over, and I'm sorry that happened. But there's also a bigger opportunity here for you to heal this week. If you can give yourself that grace to just be present with another individual, another soul. Advice here for you, Leo. Remember, no reversals on here. Look at this. I told you the Lover's card here is here. Gemini. The choice here in a partnership that matters. This is also a 6. You have 6, 6, 6. You have it 3 times, guys. I know that's not the devil. It's of a balance. It's alignment. And if you go back to the collective reading, if you missed it, but this week here, it's about carving the time and being present with the individuals who are going to be there through thick and thin in long term, because you have the 6 of Swords here. So Spirit is saying, you're going to have to compromise with this situation. All right. Rest is needed as well. Right. There's something here where you're in overdrive. You are recovering. Some of you are recovering from heartbreak. Some of you are recovering from that not enough wound. But this is something here where this relationship will actually allow you to help and assist in healing. It will give you some time here to separate the need and desire of wanting. All right, Leo, your final message here from Auntie is this. Leo, Gemini season may pull you back into social spaces, conversations, and attention this week. But Venus in Cancer is asking you who actually feels emotionally safe behind the scenes. Ooh, your affirmation, Leo. I deserve connection that feels supportive, not performative. And this is that supportive relationship here. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community. And if you'd like to book a private reading, just go head over to my website. Welcome, Basha. Hello, heart chakra. Welcome. Look at all those 7s. It's my favorite angel number. Are you a Virgo? Maybe you did just come in time. Don't forget, guys, we got a goal going on over on YouTube. If we hit that target, we will roll the dice. And when we roll the dice, you never know if your zodiac sign comes in. Well, you can always rewind after the show. I always put timestamps. They're going to be on YouTube, but I do put timestamps over there if you want to go watch in there. or check your other placements as well. Thanks for stopping by. You're more than welcome to chill out with us. We have collective readings that we do as well. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Virgo, how you feeling? How you feeling going into this week? Oh, there's that bluebird again. Like $1,000,000. Why is Virgo feeling like $1,000,000 this week? You can be surprised this week. I almost feel like you're on the go, and it's in that chance wherever you're going, you're bumping into a situation here. Let's see what the bump in is. Ooh, another 10. Dang. Are you having a run-in with somebody here who betrayed you? There's an offer that is coming back around. I'm not saying this is a reconciliation. I'm saying there is an offer that is coming back around. One that, well, did not feel good when it left or rejected you. Integration of this. Look at that. Fancy to see you here. Fancy to see you here. You know, this offer that's coming back around has to do with an individual who went another direction, did not either take your advice, or if this has to do with love, it's someone here who thought that whatever they were chasing was much better. Well, here's an individual here who got something mirrored back to them. See how you're responding to this. Are you going to watch karma play out? Because it feels like it. Queen of Swords. Intuition. You could have seen this coming, even if you tried. All right. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You're showing up as honest, truthful, but also your sword is here. And I think that your sword is you're not saying much. You're going to either hear something about an individual or you're going to have a run-in. And whatever this run-in is, well, not my business, not my problem. What's a greater opportunity of why you hear this? The Three of Wands here. Because wherever this person went, they tried to take an easier route. You warned this individual. All the lies, all the secrets are going to be blown back into this individual's face this week. So you're watching karma being dealt to another individual. Why you feel lucky at this point is that you're not involved in it. It's not your show. It's not. It's kind of like, oh, this feels nice. I don't have to worry about that. It ain't me. I already been through that. Bigger meaning here. Strength. The thing is, with strength reversed, this person's pride, they're not saying that you're stronger than them, but you could definitely put up with a lot more crap than this person ever could. So whatever is being handed to them, the roles are now reversing. I think things are going well for you this week, Virgo, and for another, not so great. And it is something here that is going to be not just a disappointment for them, but something to do with their pride, because this has to do with you being right. But it's not saying that you need to throw it into this person's face. I think it's just that you're intuitively going to see it, feel it. Someone may be posting a breakup. Someone may be posting a job change. There's something here. It's a massive change here. Yeah. What Spirit wants you to focus on right now, Virgo, is your manifestations, because there's a big one coming up for you where it's the right time, but it's also you're very aligned to it. Okay. And this is the energy this week where you're going to see that alignment start coming in place and unfolding for you. How is that going to happen, Spirit? Yeah. All of this burden here of, is it possible? No, this is actually, look at here. You got, listen, all these 10s and 5s. I got a 5 here too. A massive change here when it comes to the weight. And some of you, this weight is a relief here that you're going to start seeing things move in your favor. You may have been focused more on another individual, trying to figure out why is everything happening good for them. Well, behind the scenes, it wasn't happening good to them. It's being, they had to go through the motions of here. The universe has been working behind the scenes here for you. But what Spirit is saying for you now is to make sure that you learn from the situation and to not carry on so many actions that you are blinded, because you tend to give way more. Your challenge here is that Empress. You tend to give way more into situations and into people. And Spirit's saying you need to remember your boundaries here, okay? So that you don't fall into a predicament like this again. Your final message here, Virgo. Auntie says, Virgo, Mercury and Gemini may have your brain trying to process everything as lightning speed. Watch overstimulation this week. Not every problem needs your immediate intervention, darling. And your affirmation, I give myself permission to pause before overextending. Dang. Auntie had that one. All right, here we go. Libra is up next. Guys, if that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's all more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. If you like to book a private reading, you can do so over at Harmonia. Yes, we are 4 targets away on YouTube from unlocking the collective bonus. We just need 4 more donations. If we don't hit the donations, then we will just stop with the collective reading. It is simple as that. A good show, Angela says. Yeah. I get it. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on here for Libra this week. Libra. What's in store for you this week? Oh. Have you had a lot of sleepless nights? Are you not sleeping well? I almost feel like you're at the point here. Demons whisper in your ear and you're like, whatever. I know you're here. I need to go to bed. This is an overextended of worry that is going to allow you to rest at ease this week. What is this external reason for ease? The Ace of Wands here reversed. That's overdrive. That's giving too much. You too, you have very similar to Leo in your chart. You are enough. But there's something in this week here where you're going to need rest. You're going to need rest. And it's the best thing that you could absolutely do for yourself. Why so? Knight of Pentacles here, because in the long run, rest your mind on whatever this is. Whatever this desire is, whatever this you've been chasing, this is not a week here to chase it anymore. It's accepting the scenario for what it is. It's not coming forward. And if this is an individual, they're not coming back. There's just this energy of you needing to let something go or someone, but also you have been in overdrive trying to prove that you are enough. And you are enough. You have a lot to offer and give, but you're also in a resting period. It almost feels like you're in a stage here of being in a cocoon. So you don't have a lot of movement going on, but you're also tired. You're exhausted. Integration here in the Knight of Pentacles with this is a need to be amongst individuals here who can assist you. Whether this is friends, whether this is asking for help, whether this is just putting yourself out there to be in more peace. There's a need here to be at peace with the individuals that you are with and not what you were chasing or were thinking of chasing. Some of you are exhausted and are not chasing shit anymore. How you responding this week? The Two of Swords here, reversed. You're letting it go. You're letting it go. You are letting it go. Some of you go on that break. Take that vacation. Take that day off. Even if it's a weekend getaway, I think you need to get away. I think you need a break. I think you need to be amongst individuals here who care, who love you. And this actually will recharge you. Greater opportunity here for you this week. Look at this. We got the Two of Pentacles. There's that there's something here. Look at all these twos. You have been holding on to a situation, afraid to move forward, always looking back. Will this come here? Will I ever be able to get this? Spirit saying you are balancing way too much, but you're also taking away presently the direction of where you're going. You're meant to be amongst others right now. 1, 2, 3. You're meant to be with others, collaborating with others, being with others. And if this is not a person here you are chasing, and this is a dream or desire here, you're meant to collaborate with others. You don't have to do it all on your own. Even if you're an entrepreneur, talking to other individuals, getting assistance, getting help makes you a good leader. Welcome, Meh. Is it mayor or meh? 3 of Wands here, reversed. The greater gain here for you is that you won't be treading water here this week. You won't. You're going to be caring for yourself, and you're going to be nurturing yourself this week, and you're going to be at a slower pace this week, and you're not going to be everybody's superhero this week. They want me to go back to this card. Libra, as a light worker, your energy is your offering. Understand that it is not necessary for you to be a teacher, healer, or guide to serve the light. You are serving simply by existing in alignment. And this is something that is needed for you this week. You need to be more in alignment. Your body is just asking for a break. For the Philippines. Spirit saying, you're working too hard. There's the builder. Okay, look at that. If you can't get any more here, we have the builder here twice. You got the builder in the collective reading, and we have it here. It's magnified. All of the time and the effort here. 8, 9, 10. Spirit is saying, you are enough. Enjoy the shit around you, what you've built, how far you've come. That is your castle. God, you're so into like this is just stability. There's a lot to do with stability. It has a lot to do with the not enough wound. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is someone who's very nurturing, very caring, can come off as materialistic, but is also one of my favorite kings because he's so damn practical and he invests wisely. And Spirit is saying, listen, you now know how to invest wisely. So start doing it in the level of enjoying it because you have been investing wisely, and not keep investing on losing sleep on another situation that you have been chasing or wondering if it's going to come back around. And Spirit's saying, make peace with this. Make peace with this. It's left your life so that you could be in alignment, so that you can enjoy your life. Libra, what Auntie wants to say here for you. Venus moving into Cancer may bring emotional conversations to the surface that you've been trying to keep light and pretty. Sweetheart, some things need honesty more than harmony right now. Your affirmation this week, Libra. I trust myself to communicate with both grace and truth. All right. That's what I got here for you, Libra. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends community. And we're going to move on over to Scorpio. Scorpio is up next. Yes, it was on screen. I love your avatar, little Pegasus there. Scorpio is up. Guys, don't forget we got a target going on over here on YouTube only. If we reach that target, we will unlock here the collective bonus. Hey, Sherry, welcome. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reversals are now up. Scorpio, how you feeling going into this week? Well, 4 cups here. You're not as disappointed like you used to be, so that's a good thing. I think that you're getting your head out of the clouds here. You're not daydreaming right now. This is someone here who's trying to, I don't know if you fell off the wagon to some extent. Maybe you had a bad week last week, but this week you're feeling a little bit lighter. You are. You don't want to miss any opportunities. I feel like you're like wanting to get out more. External reason why? Yeah, I knew it. I felt it. Like you may have had a moment here, Scorpio, where you were sad, disappointed, eating, mint ice cream and saying, woe is me. But I also feel like there's an individual here who's like, are you going to be in this forever? And you're like, not this week. I'm feeling much better. I feel that externally you are being seen in a much lighter way, driven. You have your energy back, but it's also, you might have to fake it till you make it this week, but I see you actually doing it. Because this is like, no. Yes, you can buy yourself flowers. Miley Cyrus just came up in my head. Yes, especially if there's individuals here who did not choose you. Okay. You got another 6. You got 3 6s here. You have the 6 of Swords, you have the 6 of Wands, and you have the Lover's card, which is also a 6. The Lover's card is also a choice, Gemini energy. But I feel like you're choosing you this week, and you're choosing individuals here who care and love you. And there's someone in particular here who you were a little bit mopey about and disappointed out, and you're not doing that this week. No. You're choosing differently. How you responding here? I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to have that girl's date. I'm going to have that guy's date. I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'm going to hang out with my family. I'm going to hang out with the individuals who were there with me through thick and thin while I was mopey and sad and upset and disappointed. It ain't happening here for you this week. I see you a lot more lighthearted. In fact, some of you may be like, yeah, I was pretty low, but I needed to get it out. You were processing your emotions. You're not ashamed of it. You're just processing it. What the real opportunity for you this week is to address this energy here when it comes to your happiness, especially if you were dealing with a Leo, where you really got dim. Someone here did not see your light. Did not see your light. But remember, the card here for the collective is, you as a light worker. So like a moth to the flame here, you may have been zapped by an individual here who took everything from you because you forgot your own worth. But this is a week here where Scorpio is readjusting that, understanding that, and is working on their happiness and is not looking for it externally, is trying to fix this internally, which is a beautiful process here. You're not going to be perfect at it, but I think you're going to be more lighthearted about it. Some of you are going to start some new routines. Some of you it has to do with your health. Making some massive changes here. Yeah, because it's grief. These are all cards of grief and processing the grief. But the greater gain here is a relationship. And some of you, that best relationship is a relationship with your higher self, who's already been through it, who understands it, and is thanking you for getting through it, because your higher self wouldn't get there without you. Get it? Get it? Advice from Spirit. No reversals on the advice. Oh my goodness. The universe is working behind the scenes here for you. Everything has to have its part and play. What you're asking for is there, but the moving parts here in this reality have to be readjusted, which means you have to also realize that it's benefiting you. So instead of saying, why is this happening to me? I'll never get over this. Now it's you going, this is happening for me. And I'm getting through this. Do you see the power shift with the amount of opportunities that are going to be presented with you? Because now you get to intuitively see how your dictionary, your inner compass feels when you select what's next. And what's next can feel overwhelming. But Spirit is saying, get into that excitement mode. And if you have a hard time with the laws of attraction specifically, now I work with all Hermetic laws, but Abraham Hicks is great to listen to. Listen to Abraham Hicks, because, you know, the channeler with that is just amazing with getting in the same vibrational match for what you are actually asking for. Scorpio. Auntie says, Mars moving into Taurus may activate tension in relationships where compromise has been avoiding the group chat. You're being asked what actually feels secure versus what simply feels intense this week. Your affirmation: I choose emotional safety over emotional survival mode. This went specifically really good with this one. All right, that's what I got here for you, Scorpio. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. And if you want to book a private reading, just go over to my website. All that information is there. But don't forget, guys, we're getting closer and closer to our goal. I'm not sure we're going to make it. We only have one donation, which I'm very grateful for, but we have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and then once we hit the bonus, the target is closed. So you can only donate here up to that. So we may only have one bonus today. That's okay. Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reversals are now up. Sagittarius, how you feeling going into this week? Page of Cups. A little dreamy. A little dreamy. You know, the Page of Cups is typically not my favorite card, but I like this deck with how it is represented, because it tells me that you're on the surface, but intuitively here you are more grounded on your dreams and your wishes and your desires, but you're kind of going with the flow this week. You may be a little bit more social this week, but it's all about what's passing through, what you're going through on your travel. So this is about whatever you meet. Okay, let's see what externally you're meeting up with. I almost feel like you got some gossip. Oh, we have the three of Pentacles here reversed. Who is this individual? Who's this person here who's controlling? Who's this individual here who needs to micromanage you? Everything has to be just right. This person is the smother mother. That's what it makes me feel like. The challenge here is that Empress energy. So I do feel like you have an individual here with very high critique of you. And that is annoying. Some of you, this is your own mother. It doesn't have to be. Integration of this, man. You have a person here who likes to be right, has to be set on the way that they do things, but also doesn't understand that you are in the process of putting yourself back out there or grieving. And so this is an individual here who's always, their safety here is, let me fix this for you. But they're not realizing here that all you're asking for is their presence of them. And so right now, this individual here is just not realizing what you're processing. And I do feel like right now, Sagittarius, you're processing some grief of things that did not work out for you, or you're very hyper vigilant of being independent and wanting to do things on your own. But this comes with a background of needing to be a particular way. But you're moving through it. You're trying to be open. You're trying not to take things so personally. But I do feel triggered by an individual this week who just happens to talk about something that did not work out for you. I don't know if this was a relationship. I don't know if it's a person here who doesn't like the way that you're doing something, or maybe it's your work life. I got a lot to say. Thank you, Merit, for the donation here. High Priestess here reversed. Dang. This is a person here who makes you second guess your own intuition. Dang. But here's the thing. Your response here is actually the right one to do, because you're not holding back how you're feeling anymore to this individual. You may even say, hey, I'm going through something. Thank you for that information. But it's not necessarily meaning you have to take it on. You used to hide a lot to this individual, but it's because they make you second guess your intuition. The greater meaning here? Yeah. See, everything happens for a reason, but with the Wheel of Fortune here reverse, this is an individual who's been through their own karmic patterns. So what they do is they kind of throw their karmic patterns onto you. This could be an individual here who's super insecure. And so their insecurities here have to be like, well, you have to be open to the way I do things because that will make me feel safer. And so that's what's something that you're going through in a really, really big way. The bigger meaning here, rest your mind. We have the Four of Swords here. Rest your mind. The greater gain here is, once this is off your chest this week, I think that you're also going to create some boundaries for yourself, give yourself at ease, and also trusting your intuition more. And there's something here about in dream form. I do feel that you are processing. Look at this. It's the honestly, it reminds me of the Six of Swords a lot. But this processing has to do with deep emotion or deep grief here that you're going through. And this is also realizing that you don't have to take on someone else's trauma or their karmic response by doing the same thing. You're actually choosing just to be open and say, no, this is not the way I'm processing things right now, and I need some space to do so. Advice for you. Look at that. Two of Cups. So this is a relationship here that has significant substantial support here for you in ways that you may not consider it support. And the support here, Spirit is saying, look at this. Not every person is going to understand the moves and the choices that you make. But the understanding here is having compassion and grace. And so I feel like you have an individual here who is feels like they're trying to be nice, or feels like they're being very motherly to you, but at the same time, it's very suffocating, and it's not very nice. And so there's this energy here going, I know you care, but this is how it makes me feel. So I see you having that heart-to-heart and heart-to-heart conversation with this individual. Sagittarius, your final message here from Auntie is this. Gemini season is going to tempt you to say yes to everything breathing within a 5-mile radius. Watch your energy management this week before your nervous system files a complaint. Your affirmation, I protect my energy by becoming intentional with my focus. And that intention here is for you to heal and not take the other opinions of another individual here, whether they care or not. That's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and don't forget there's always more messages on the other side. We got Capricorn up next. Capricorn is up. Thanks again for the donation. We are now three away from unlocking the collective bonus. Cappy is up. We are 3 away, Star. I just said it like 3 times. Did you miss me? Were you yapping with Papa? I know, because you can't see it on here. Oh, now we're only 2 away. Nafa now has put in. We are 2 donations away from unlocking the collective. Once we get enough individuals and followers and viewage on Twitch, I'm still new to Twitch, guys, but I'm loving you guys over there. You guys are a great community. We'll have more interactive stuff for you guys to do too once we unlock more. I'm still a noob though. I'm not a noob on Tarot. I'm a noob to the Twitch community. Although I'm not a noob to Twitch because I love Twitch. I just never thought to use it for Tarot. Capricorn. Oh my God, this card keeps coming out for everybody. Hot diggity dog. The Wheel of Fortune. It's a good card. That's a good card. Something. That's how you emotionally feel. You're going to feel lucky this week. You're going to feel lucky this week. Luck's about to change this week. External influences here. You know why? Because you let this go. You let this go. You have, you know, there was another reading that got something very similar to this. But there's just this energy of not wanting to miss other opportunities and being open to the universe, giving it to you in any way, shape, or form it likes. It's you flipping the narrative. And so the external reason for this coming in this week, we're going to see the integration of what this is, but it's something that's emotionally going to light you up in a big way. The integration of this, yeah, this has to do with a time or a situation that felt super unfair. With this Libra energy, this tells me that something happened in, I want to say it was in the fall time, could have been September or October, but something here felt very wrong or past judgment onto you. And it could have been a situation here where you poured your heart and soul into, and it just didn't pan out the way that it did. You could have been on overdrive here too. But you don't, your breakthrough here is in the 3 of Pentacles. So there's something here about breaking through and allowing others in that has helped assist you to feel way more aligned to this opportunity. How are you responding to this? The Page of Pentacles here reverse. So this is saying with the Page of Pentacles reverse, it's usually a card of like immaturity. It was too soon. So there was a loss that you took and you thought this was huge, but actually it's pennies in comparison of what you're gaining now, because you wouldn't, if you invested all like your time or your efforts or something into that, whatever it was, a passion project, whether it was a person, you would have lost more because you would have kept giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And so Spirit was like, enough, you can't keep giving like that. And so that was something here that had switched. And so your response here is, oh, that's why that got lost. Yeah. The greater opportunity here was, oh, that grief wasn't for nothing. Guys, this is big news because it's going to be different for each individual, but it's the excitement of what you put your focus on that you have let go of. Whether it's love, whether it's a job, whether it is an opportunity that you have been asking for, you're receiving a message or you're receiving a gift that is going to allow you to get that connection. And it has to come with people. Okay. So it does feel like a networking situation. It feels like through mutual friends or a community or taking yourself out on a date and meeting other individuals that way. There's just the way of you this week where don't take the normal direction you typically do, but be open to seeing those opportunities come in a different form for you. Yeah, because you're not taking small offers anymore. The big fish is coming to you. Look at all of these pages reverse with the list. This was all the challenge. Yeah, you dream big, but then you had this naive attitude with rose-colored glasses that it had to be a particular way. And this is you popping all of that and saying, no, I know my worth. And I know that, the universe is going to bring something else better. And this week, you're going to see the signs of it. Advice here for you. Ooh. Now, once you get this doesn't mean you have to react the way you used to. Okay. Like that page of cups and that page of pentacles. The Virgo energy is someone here who soul searches, takes their time. Look at this, takes their time. Whatever you are being offered this week, and it is emotionally going to feel like an opportunity that is like, oh, what's this? This is new. Take your time with this. You might be meeting a new person. Okay. Some of you might be meeting a new person. Get to know them first before you jump all full ed, because I think, the past one, you were fully on in if this is romance. If this is something here where you're bouncing off an idea or a collective situation here, it's someone here who's going to offer you saying, maybe it's advice, maybe it's an opinion, but it's not something for you to jump and say you have to switch everything around. This is for you to take your time with it. Go, that's interesting. This would be a week here for you to say, tell me more. Final message here for you, Capricorn, from Auntie is this. Mars entering Taurus actually supports you beautifully because it favors long-term building over rushed successes. Just remember, your body is part of the plan too, not merely the transportation. Your affirmation, I build my future without abandoning my present needs. So make sure you are grounded when this opportunity hits, because you are right here at the right moment this week. Good luck. All right, that's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, you can always claim them as well. It hasn't happened yet, obviously. And if you like more messages, you can go over to Harmonia Friends Community, where you get an entire vault of readings over there. And lots of other things too. There's a meditation library, there's channel messages, there's mediumship, there's discounts on all of my services. Aquarius is up. We're getting closer and closer to our target. We are only two targets away on YouTube from unlocking the collective bonus dice reading. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Don't go anywhere if you got your signs. We still have the collective bonus, and we may get 2 today. We may. Yeah. It's always good if you're new, Vasha, to listen to not just the Leo, listen to the collective. The astrology news is good, and then the collective reading, because all the collective readings, because this is a separate reading, kind of goes with the rest of the readings. My readings are very layered because we're in collective energy, so it helps it be portrayed more in the cards. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Current feelings, reversals are now up. 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on tightly. I feel like you know, God, there's a part of you that needs a vacation. You just simply do. I think you're imagining it a lot. But this also feels, you know, usually Pentacles is someone who's grounded. It's the miser card, but this one's different. She looks like a fairy. She looks like she's floating, you know, floating with what she has, is holding on to. But how can you expand when you're holding on too tightly? So I just feel that you feel very much like a homebody this week. You don't want to move or go anywhere. You might just be astral traveling. External influences. Why? I knew it. I felt it. Dang. You have an important decision and you haven't chose where you want to anchor yourself into next. And so this week here, you feel like I don't want to go I mean, it looks like the Hangman twice, honestly. It does. Look, they're both in the same, doesn't it? But this one is like trying to get up because you know you have to make a decision, but you're sticking to your guns here because you're like, I need to know more information. So you're externally trying to find more information. Oh, this is nerves, though. Be careful of this. Be careful of this. This has to do with you. Do you see the flowers here? This has to do with your voice. This has to do with voicing, communicating. Whether it is opening communication, having an open conversation, having a hard talk. And some of you, that hard talk is with yourself. Okay? Looking in the mirror. Thank you, Mitzi. Gosh. The part of you is manifesting for the world to externally just show up at your door or do something so that once it shows up, then I'll do it. But you have to go out the door to do this. You have to go out your comfort zone to do this. All right? This is not going to be handed to you. They're not going to, no one's going to be ringing your doorbell. It's not going to show up and slide in your DMs. This is for you to face what you truly desire and offer. And some of you have been offering and desiring a dream to go after something, not someone, but something for you. This is something that you want to do. What's the real opportunity this week? There's the grief. There's the disappointment. It's time. It's time. It's time to open the communication. Be open to other relationships. Be open to communicating. If there's a particular person you're trying to communicate to and you're wondering if there's going to be closure, this might be something you have to do. But there can't be no expectations of what's returned, right? Others of you, this is time for you to get closer to, well, the connection to you, your higher self. Your greater opportunity here is to process grief, to move forward, and the greater gain is for you to take a chance. It's for you to get through the doorway. This moves on you. You've been asking for something and Spirit's going, yes, but you have to go out the door. And there's fear here of a response. But Spirit's saying, how do you know if you don't even try? Open up. This is going to be hard for an Aquarius, but it's time to open up. The King of Cups is someone here who avoids their emotions. Sometimes they hold them in. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is loving, as sincere, as intuitive. But there's compassion here. Have grace and understanding for you and for others. But it's time to communicate. It's time to take your emotions and do the next move. Okay, it's time to confront this. Some of you, it's creating closure for yourself. Aquarius, Mercury and Gemini may make communication move very quickly around you this week, but Venus in Cancer is asking you not to intellectualize every feeling that comes up. Your affirmation, I allow myself to feel before I explain. So this is for you to go ahead and feel the emotions here of the grief and then get yourself settled here and just make the decision here and then take the action. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community. And if you'd like to book a private reading, you most certainly can over at my website. Basha says, okay, universe, I'll call the contractor tomorrow. You got to make the move. Sometimes we got to be the ones to make the move, right? Thank you again, Mitzi, here for putting in a donation. We are now one donation away. Can you explain the anti? Oh, anti. Yes. My auntie, I'm like, who's anti? The anti? We have the anti on here? No, auntie. So my auntie messages, guys, I do channel messages and I sit with myself and I kind of write with it. And I love to work with AI. And AI, because I'm not an astrologist, I will ask AI to take my messages and infiltrate to which signs it feels right to, utilizing it, and then it will kind of entwine it. So these messages are me, but also entwined with the astrology that the puts it in, and they seem to like it always works out the way it is. It's pretty eerie the way it comes out. But we call her Auntie. She's kind of named off of Aunt Cleo. We love Auntie. She's cool. But they're my messages, but she puts them to the right signs. She's been very eerily when I do my mediumship ones too, which has been pretty cool. All right, Pisces is up. We are one donation away. Don't go anywhere, guys, though, because we still have a one collective bonus. You may not hit the last one. Yeah, she's very accurate. She sometimes makes me freak out because I go, wait, I did say that. Like, that's weird. It's so weird. And then she'll match it up with the astrology. Now, I don't always do the astrology one. Sometimes I just do mine. And you know, she'll put it in that place. I just felt something fall on me, but I don't know if it was a card or... No, it wasn't a card. Must have dropped something. Pisces, here we go. How you feeling this week? The world reversed. Closed off. Oh, I feel hung up. I mean, literally hung up to dry. So there's just something here that you're trying to gain a new perspective on, but I also feel a little stuck. I feel closed off. It's not a week here where you're going to have a lot going on. No. In fact, some of you feel very closed off, meaning that you're stuck with individuals you don't really consider your happy place. This also could be very work driven here too. You know, working a lot, but not necessarily freeing yourself to do things fun. Everybody's miserable in that vicinity. Nobody's happy. You may be dealing with somebody here who's a very controlling boss for some of you, but others of you, if this is a controlling mate and this is family, like children, this could also be pretty ugly because you feel stuck. It's like, how the hell do I get out of this? And we're all stuck with this individual. It's not just you, it's other people who are stuck with this person. Integration of this. Oh my gosh. How the hell do I get out of this? The worst part of this situation is that this individual, this mother, has a lot of opinions, has a lot of ways to say, but they expect or anticipate you and others to take care of them. And so that gets really, really old. So if this is a mate and a partner, this is someone here who like throws all roles on you, which this week feels like, well, I'm not going to give up on my kids, or I'm not going to give up on the other individuals because you can't be there. So you feel stuck. But others of you, this is a dead end job. It's just this energy here that you know that other people around you are just as miserable as you are, but you're still looking for something new. I mean, here's the thing. You know, you don't want to stay in this position forever. No. I mean, that's clear as day. It's not like, it's like, how do I get out? How you're responding to this, the Nine of Pentacles. Well, and it's not that you can't take care of you. You have the ability here to be very independent, but this person, you know, I always said the Nine of Pentacles to me is like the Empress in the minor kind of thing. But this person has either is in a manager role ahead of you, or just has so much expectations that they just overrule yours, which is annoying. Because you do have the ability to do it. It's just like, I care, but I'm also like, it's not right how they're treating you, and you realizing that. Greater opportunity here with dealing with this week. Three of Wands. You know what? You're a better leader than this person. And I think that whatever direction that you're going, these individuals are going to follow suit. Okay. And if this is your kids, it's just the kids are going to know who's putting the work and effort into you. Right? Into them. So this is them trusting you. There's a greater opportunity here to build forces with one another. Not saying to go against another, but to be there for each other. Because it's not just you that this individual affects. It's a really immense amount of responsibility that this person here just expects you and these other people to do. bigger meaning here. You don't have to say anything, but you start needing to make some silent moves here. Some of you, it's time to look for a new job. Okay. Others of you, it's looking for assistance to get out of a sneaky situation here. Okay. Kind of going undercover and doing it, but it's needed here for you. You may be a little bit burdened because you feel like you're being unfaithful, but truly this individual here does not give two shits. They don't. They wouldn't be treating you or these individuals like that if they cared. Disposable is how they treat individuals. Advice here for you, Knight of Wands. Unfortunately, you're going to be the one here leading the way. Okay. If this is work related, I see you being the first one to leave and then other people following suit, getting the drift here. Like, oh, you know, Pisces did it. I can do it. Others of you, it's about your creativity, your desires here. Don't forget here that you can always ask, look at this. If you put your heart and your mind here, you will find a way. But there's also this energy here being a sly fox. There's some things that are just meant to be omitted when it comes to this individual. But I do see you coming up with a plan this week. You may be talking to individuals here who are your close-knit circles, and that is going to be your breakthrough. All right. Individuals here who understand you, who value you and care for you. Not everybody is meant to be on that boat with you, Pisces. Make sure you listen to that collective reading. The auntie message here for you, Pisces. Venus and Cancer may feel oddly comforting for you emotionally, creatively, and spiritually, but pay attention to what feels nourishing versus what simply feels familiar. Your affirmation. I trust the spaces that bring peace to my spirit. Right now, you're in a space that you know is not bringing you peace. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aries. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Aries. Aries is up. We are one donation away before we hit the bonus collective. The donation drive will be closed after we get to it. So that's it. That is it. We don't make it. We don't make it by the collective bonus. All right, we are on Aries. We are in Aries, but don't go anywhere. We do have the collective bonus, and we have basically through Aries. But this would be the time to make sure you guys are followed, subscribed, liked. But this would be the time to also put your sign into the chat. Let me know that you're here because you never know what the dice are going to roll. It may roll your sign. Put the energy into it. And that reading may be for you. So this would be the time here for, well, the bonus train. I should get the bonus train ready. Here we go. All aboard. All aboard. Who's here for the bonus train? Aries is up. Hey, Wildfire. Welcome back. Aries, how you feeling this week? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. So what are you're feeling? You are behind the mini blinds looking and evaluating something. You're trying to gain some insight. You're watching. You're looking for truth. But how you're feeling right now is a little bit foggy because you're trying to gain some insight. Yeah, you feel like you're in the dark. You feel like you're in the dark here about what the next move is to make. So you may be watching somebody about the moves that they make. External influence of this. Ooh. I think that you are spying this week on an individual here that you're curious if they are as heartbroken. Heartbroken. The problem is I want to say the external influences is that you're heartbroken. So there's something here about wanting to mirror the heartbreak to see, is this person as heartbroken as I am? Because this separation is really hurting you, and you're hoping it hurts this other individual too, that they want to communicate, that they want to talk to you. Integration here, Ace of Pentacles here, there's silence. There's silence. There's silence in this loss, but there's also sadness in this loss because you feel like a part of you is missing. This is an expired timeline. Like, I feel like this week you have put a deadline on the situation. That's what it is. Not necessarily a deadline on an individual saying, well, if they don't reach me by this date, I'm over them. I feel like you're putting a deadline or an expiration on you. You know that if you keep looking and evaluating somebody to see if they are as disappointed or heartbroken as you are, that it's only going to not allow you to move on. It's going to take away to areas that you could be putting towards, whether it's your work life, whether it is your career, family, friends, a relationship that matters. Remember, this is the longevity week. And so this week here, something is expiring. Thank you, Mitzi. We made it, guys. We made the target. Response here. You're dropping the dead weight. This is not something here that you want to have anything be in the way anymore. So some of you are not only blocking an individual, you are stopping this because this isn't making you feel like you're moving on. You're not caring so much externally what another individual is doing. You're focused on you this week. But I think it's like in the middle of the week where you're like, okay, that's it. I can't keep checking on them. I can't be asking about them. Like I got to do something for me now. This does not have to be romantic. What's the real opportunity here? The Hierophant here reversed, to understand that the cultural differences and belief systems was a huge deal and wake-up call. This was a spiritual connection, but it was a spiritual lesson. And with the Hierophant here, with this break of this contract, tells me that the greater meaning here is you're ready to go down a beaten path that is not with this individual. They are not going to be in your life the way that you imagined it or wanted it to be. It just isn't. You have to go in this as this is going to be my new mate. Yeah, because this is something here you lost sleep on, that you've said that you would never be able to recover from, that you kept intuitively feeling. You might feel like a loss, and that's why you keep checking on them. We're like, I know that they're heartbroken. Well, regardless, if they're heartbroken or not, the loss is that they're choosing silence. They're still making a choice here not to evaluate this with you, to have a conversation here with you. So this person is not present. Not in the way that you have been wanting them to be. If they were present fully, it would be an apology. It would be something here where it'd be tangible. It would be something that you could evolve with. It would be work with. But it's not. It's realizing that this person has left a gap, and it's a big gap. But it's also leaving you a big opportunity to fill it in with something that is more loving and sincere of what's aligned to you. Advice here for you, Aries. 7 of Swords. There are certain things that you will never find out from this individual. I'm sorry, but Spirit is saying some things are left better hidden. And why? Because what would it do? It wouldn't resolve anything. The closure you are seeking has everything to do with your mind and mentality. It's your nervous system. It's searching something for an answer to create closure. But Spirit is saying, don't let that take away your compassion, your love, your sincerity, your forgiveness here for you. Some things that this individual did, I'm with you, Mitzi. I would say that Spirit's saying, we protected you. It's better not to know. But you did make a difference in this person's life. And why? Because if they can't confront it, if they can't see it or take accountability for it, that obviously shows that they're affected by it. Or they wouldn't remain silent like that. Your final message, Aries. Mars moving into Taurus may frustrate you at first because things are no longer moving as you preferred speed. That does not mean progress has stopped, honey. It means the universe wants durability this time. Your affirmation: I trust steady movement more than temporary adrenaline. And so this is you trusting your steady movement here of agreeing that it is time on your timeline. That's what I got here for you, Aries. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community, or you can book a private reading over at my website. We're going to move on to the collective. The collective is here. Where did my... I'm missing one of my banners. Oh, here it is. Bonus collective. Sorry, Mitzi. Thank you to all of our sponsors who made it possible for Unlock Collective Bonus. Now we get 2 bonuses too. We have this bonus and we have another one. So stay tuned for both bonuses because you never know what's going to be rolled with these. Okay. We never know what's going to be rolled with these. All right, Star, you're up since you're not lagged. Here we go. We have Taurus. Taurus is here. We also have Libra. Libra in the house. Cancer is also here. And Pisces. Pisces is here too. And we have Sagittarius and one more. And Gemini. No dupes this time. Gemini as well. So those are the signs here for this reading. But we have one more collective, so don't go anywhere yet. But if you have any of these placements in your chart, or if you're cross-watching, it's their energy, this reading here may be for you. And the way it works, if you have more of these placements in your chart, usually it's extra validation. That message is for you. All right. So we got Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Saggy, and Gemini. Here we go. Collective, how you feeling going into this week? Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. So you're feeling good. You feel really, really good this week. But I also feel with that builder energy, because the 8 of Pentacles here, because that's how I see it, the 8 of Pentacles here with that would be the 9 of Pentacles. So this has to do with your independence. This has to do with a goal. You're achieving a goal of some sort this week. Externally, what is this? Wow. You got some jelly people around you too. You achieved this all with the energy of not this person. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius underneath the Empress, which is the challenge card. Man, this person is not just manipulative. They're cocky and they know how to use their emotions to play victim to scenarios. They also tend to get very green-eyed, jealousy. You have something that an individual doesn't get. They just simply don't. You got it. You have it. Ace of Pentacles with that tells me that this is something that you get to save. They don't get this. They do not get this, but that does not mean that this individual doesn't want it. And I do feel like this person is playing the violin here when it comes to scenarios here of boohoo. I don't have it. Now, some of you, if this is romantic, this is an individual who sees that you're doing great and you're fine without them. Like, hi, I'm fine. I'm loving my single life. It's the best life for me. But you may have an individual here on the outside here who is boisterous, loud, has a lot to say, may even have actions that are nasty. Even if they would come back with communication, it wouldn't be communication here to check on you. It would be victim kind of communication. But this does not have to be romantic either. Now, others of you, there's an opportunity here that you've been really working hard on, and you have an individual here who feels like they are granted this, this half of what you have here. Okay. So this is an individual here who may claim that they work just as hard. So if this is a work scenario situation, you got an individual here who's trying to take some credit. Yeah. Okay. And if this is a love situation, it's a person here who's still trying to take a credit here of why you are the way you are now. How you're responding to this? Temperance, chill, relaxed. Look at you. You're like walking on water like Jesus. Sagittarius energy here. Your emotions are handled well. If there's a confrontation this week, if you hear anything from this individual, even if it's just gossip, it's not going to keep you off the path of where you're going. This is you realizing that you've kept your circle small for a reason. You're being very patient with the moves that you're making, and you're not really allowing your emotions to completely take over. It doesn't mean that you won't feel emotions this week. You observe them, but you don't get lost in them. The greater opportunity. Yeah. Let a person misjudge you, because they will. They will do everything. Why? Because they see you leaving. They see you moving on. They see you gaining prosperity. They see you becoming a leader. This is an individual here who knows that they can't go the next level with you. They weren't invited. My collective has a VIP pass this week. I just feel like you're skipping the lines and you're skipping right over this individual. Don't stoop down to this. Do not stoop down to this individual's level. This person is very immature. Right? I do feel like they're going to start some gossip here. Whatever. This person here is jealous. They're annoyed, and they want you to come down to their level. And so that's what they're doing. So don't listen to the fake news. Advice here for you. Some things are just meant to end because you've changed. You are going through a rebirth here, Scorpio energy. All right. And you could have been dealing with a Scorpio, but this individual here, it's over. It's over. Look, there's that Four of Pentacles. You see, you are not going to allow an individual to take what you've been working hard on. Now, the thing to remember with the Four of Pentacles, which I saw here earlier in these two cards, is that you're building the Eight of Pentacles here. So you're building an empire. You're building your courage. You're building your stature. Some of you, you're building your business, your wealth. But take your time with this and allow yourself to collaborate with individuals who are truly meant to be on this boat here with you. Not everyone's supposed to be on that ride with you, Spirit is saying. Not everybody. All right, let's see what the final message here is from Auntie. Collective, Mercury and Gemini has everybody talking fast, posting fast, thinking fast, and reacting fast. Meanwhile, Venus and Cancer is over here asking, yes, but how do you actually feel? Some people are about to discover those are two very different conversations. Your affirmation. I slow down long enough to hear what my heart is saying, not others. Oh, that's juicy. That's what I got here for you, collective. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community. If you'd like to book a private reading, just go over to my website. We're going to move on to our final collective. We have one more, guys. One more. This is it. It was juicy. All right, Mitzi, you're going to do it next. All right. We lagged last time. I think you're okay right now, but last time we lagged. So that's why Star was doing it, because she's not in commercial land. The auntie was juicy. I totally said that, which makes me so conceited since I wrote it. But I'm just saying. It's what it is. I just like how it's in order, however it comes out, but whatever. I don't mind. Too funny. Too funny. All right, guys, before we move on to our last and final collective reading, some big announcements here. One, I will be back on Wednesday evening for June's energy, because we are moving through June already. So I'm breaking all of the June readings out. So if you're looking for June predictions that are similar to these weekly all signs, make sure you set your notifications for Wednesday. Twitch, you don't have a schedule on there, but it's going to be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So just mark your calendar. But on YouTube, you can go ahead and set your notification here for this. I will be back here on Friday as well for All Signs Love reading. So who can't stop thinking about you and their next move? And we don't know who that person is. So that's kind of the fun part about it, is we just let the cards unfold and see what it has. And next week, during Memorial Day weekend, we have a special one, and I'm super excited about this. Deb does readings. She's been on my show before, but more about talking about her book when I did the Spotlight show. But she's actually going to be on here to do, and we're going to collaborate together and do readings. And you guys are going to get double readings, because she's a completely different style than I am. And I'm going to be collaborating all summer long with different readers. And we're just going to shoot it and see what happens here. So you guys are going to get double readings next week here for each sign. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys stay tuned for Deb Does Readings and I on Sunday of next week. That will be fun. Is it your birthday weekend, Star? That's exciting. All right, Mitzi, are you ready? You said you got it. You have to say ready to me, so I know you're not lagged. Thank you to our sponsors here, Mitzi, and to Merritt, and to Nafa, and Mitzi, man, home run this. She's the one who made this possible, really, but all the others did too. Thanks again for all of our sponsors. We're going to get to it here. Okay. Here you go, hon. Yes. Thank you, Star. Just be the backup, just in case. All right, we have Capricorn here, and we have Virgo starting strongly with, well, Earth energy. We also have Scorpio. Wow, this one went everywhere. We have Gemini. We have Cancer. One more. And we have, which one is this? Aquarius. Those are our signs. If you have any of those placements in your chart, this reading here may be for you. Otherwise, just chill. It's just energy. Just chill. It's just energy. We always go an extra row as well. Did I move this? It looks like it's, I don't like that. Nope. I must have moved my board. I must have moved my board. Hold on. I need to take away that banner though, because I need more board. There we go. We go a little longer on this one. Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer, and Aquarius. How you feeling this week? I feel like you're changing your direction. And this is something here where you don't want to be part of a scene. Interesting. I feel like you're doing something undercover on your own. You're motivated, but you're motivated to go a different direction. You know what they're kind of showing me? I'm not know why they're showing me fish, but not really other than this. But they're showing me the salmon when they go upstream. You know, it takes a while to go upstream for something here, for a new creation for you. External reason for this. Yeah. A dream, a desire, your heart, your passion. You're choosing a direction here that is uncomfortable. It's a challenge, but challenge accepted. This collective is going after it because they have hope and they have faith that things will turn out the way that they need to be. I love how it comes down. If you guys notice that there's so much of the Six of Swords in each one of these readings with a boat. And so I feel like you're listening your heart and you're going a different direction. Integration of this. Yeah. I think you're realizing that wherever you're going, you can't take certain things or necessities with you on this trip. So that means things that you felt comfortable with before this week, you're out of your zone. Okay. I'm not saying you're naked, but it almost feels like you're naked. It feels very much like you're being forced into the Fool, you know? It's just like you're being optimistic, but you can't take a lot with you. It's like, no, I can't take that. You could take some knowledge with you, but you can't take the baggage with you, the things that weigh you down, the things that keep you from going upstream. So you're making a quick decision to let something go in a really big way. What is this upstream movement? Yeah, this is a dead weight. This is a dead weight. So it's hard to make a move when you have dead dreams, dead desires, old belief systems, old behaviors. You have to try this approach this week with a completely fresh look and treat it as something brand spanking new, as though you don't know. Even though you go, oh, I have knowledge, I have this, you need to even wipe that out. Spirit is saying this has to be a fresh start for you. You have to be very optimistic and have to ask questions, because that's going to be the best for you. You're not meant to know all of the answers, but you also are going to be directed here with obstacles. And these obstacles this week here are going to lead you in the right direction. So whatever you change this week, guys, when you decide to do this, it's not going to be easy. And you may be declined a couple of times, but it's redirecting you. Spirit is working with you, with other individuals, other people by your side. Other people who are also trying to have a new start. I almost see someone here who's trying to either get a loan or trying to get a degree and is like, okay, I'm going to do this, or it's going to, it's like doing something to like filing paperwork, but you hit a decline or something doesn't go through. There's an error. And it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And then like you're forced to collaborate with other individuals and just start asking questions and knowing. But these boundaries are here for you to learn from this week. You have to hit this smack. Like when you hit this wall, you will hit this wall. It's not something that you can try to navigate through. No. Whether you like it or not, you're going to fail a couple of times at this. It's not going to be handed to you. It's for you to navigate the wall and go, okay, now I have to go this direction. You just kind of, and you're listening to your intuition, but you're going to be forced here to try to want to have the answers to this. And you're not going to get it. Not the way you want it to. You're going to have to go down the rabbit hole to a couple of things of the unknown, which means you're going to have to ask some big questions. You're in unknown territory. You are, see, there's something here. This is what you are. This is for the collective who truly are the way showers, right? Not everybody has been down this path this week. So you are doing the hard work this week. You are digging through the trench. You are literally digging the trench. And so when you hit something like a pipe or whatever is coming at you, it's not going to feel comfortable, but then you're going to be able to get assistance when you hit it. And that's going to kind of redirect you to go a different direction. But you're the one who's breaking ground this week. It's not other people. It's you. You're going a completely different direction. How you're responding to this? Well, it's all wet. All wet. This isn't romantic. It doesn't feel great when you get declined or there's obstacles in the way and it's not easy. You're going to have to put the work and effort into this. But, you know, a lot of people, when they want something, and this is not going against someone's free will, not a person, okay? If there's a dream and desire that you want, a lot of people end up stopping here because it becomes too hard, too difficult. I can't do that. I guess it's not meant for me. Spirit's saying, is it? Or maybe you're supposed to be the way shower that it is possible down the road. What's the real opportunity for you this week? Work with others. Come back with your knowledge. Hey guys, I tried this approach, it didn't work. Okay, have you tried, people are taking notes. You're the one who's leading. This is going to bring you reciprocity. This is going to show you who you can work with, who you can trust, who's going to be there with you in the long haul, who's not. And not everybody is going on that boat with you. Some of you are trying to force a connection or a situation where it's like, no, we can figure it out. That's not what's supposed to be happening here. You're supposed to be going a different direction. And if you run into them and they're still not ready, why are you stopping? You have to believe a person for where they're at. There's going to be disappointments here in people. Advice for you. 6 of Cups. Soulmates. Loved ones. Not everybody is here for a season, but it can absolutely be there for a reason. Very nostalgia. Love, sincerity. But you can't carry everybody on the same story to you. Choose the individuals that you meet on the path that feel like, and there's going to be people here because this is going to all happen in 1 week. You're starting out, right? There's going to be individuals here who are like old souls that it's nice. It's new energy. They feel familiar to you. They're earth angels. They're kind of planted everywhere. And I really believe our loved ones are the ones who are planting those earth angels around for us, with care, for assistance, where it's like, oh, I'm so glad I have that. Why? Because you don't have to carry all this weight with you. So trust that your loved ones who truly support you will be there for you and you can lean on. Final message here from Auntie is this: collective. Mars entering Taurus is reminding that collective that not everything valuable arrives dramatically. Some blessings enter quietly, stabilize slowly, and stay longer because they were built with intention. Your affirmation this week: I allow stability to become part of my success story. All right, guys, that's what I have for this afternoon. Like I said, I will be back here on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, you guys take care.